time, moments shared. This year has truly been a whirlwind. Look at me. I have grown. These unnoticed moments in life shape us. They define us. We aren't ourselves. We are the moment. When I think about my life before I came to Syracuse, I was a different person. I am not the person I was 10 months ago, but at the same time, I am. The unnoticed moments in life allow us to see our true selves. The facades we don't put on are a true indicator of our genuine self. I never thought I would last a day at college, let alone a year. A year of pure me. But what is pure, and who is me? As we go throughout life, we are discovering ourselves, even though we don't know who we are. We are struggling. As we put on facades, we try and be ourselves. But we're not putting on facades by being ourselves. As we go throughout a lifelong journey to discover our inner self, we often put on facades. We ignore things. We ignore moments. We are oblivious. The moments we ignore, or choose to ignore or bypass, define us. They are us. By choosing to ignore these moments, we are beginning an investigation of being our true selves. Whether we are being mean or being selfish, we are investigating and being true to ourselves, even if who we are is not who we want to be.
Sometimes I add,
when we're in a group, how can we be ourselves
but not really.
with others judging? Are we only pure when we're alone? But even when we're alone, we're not alone. There's always things surrounding us. Is the purity of the human ever exist? When we're in a group, we try to conform, thus never being alone. We put on facades, even if they're good facades. But even if these facades are good, we are still not being ourselves. We are ignoring the true moments. The moments we ignore define us.
Wear makeup. I don't think it's supposed to be with color. Look at the forecast.
Is it ever possible to pay attention to everything?
She wore a scarf today.
Even if we are an extremely observant person, how can our minds capture everything in sight? There's always going to be a distraction. There's always going to be an occupation in our mind, thus distracting us. This distraction inadvertently puts on facades, and these facades thus distract us, and these distractions thus let us be in our purest state, because when we are distracted, we are distracted from putting on a facade. Is the answer distractions? Is that what we need? So is all this psychobabble nonsense just psychobabble nonsense? Is really all we need in life to cure insecurities and facades and jealousy just distractions? That way we can forget about putting on these facades. What makes a great moment? Is it one spent with others? One spent alone? Or one spent being your true self? If you're with others, does that guarantee a great moment? If you're ignoring something, that might be the best moment.
Disrupting thought. Having a thought.
When we ignore something, are we disturbing our thoughts because we are focusing on ignoring? When we are alone, how are we alone? How? Do we communicate to make us feel less alone? But who are we communicating to? At the end of the day, we are still alone. The moment we have alone will not change by talking to oneself. It will only make us feel more alone. Deep down we know we are talking out loud, distracting ourselves from this very moment because we don't want to be alone. Why are we scared to be alone? Isn't that all we desire? To be alone? Privacy, solitude, silence. But why is the thought of being alone so scary, so undesirable to so many? Perhaps if we are alone, we will have to face reality. We can't rely on the moments we can't bother to be ignored by ourselves. We have to face the moments we don't want to because there's no fallback option. We can't rely on someone else to pay attention to the moment we so longing to get away from. We have to face it. There's no fallback. Do we need companionship? Do we need another being to coexist? Or to exist in general? Do we need someone to keep us afloat when we feel like we're drowning? Our memories and occurrences and figuring out who we are only possible of occurring with the appearance of someone else in our life. Everyone always says the biggest lesson and journey that you will ever go through is figuring out yourself. Not everyone is. Why are we longing for this someone else to get us through life? Time, space, people, life, love, laughter. Memories are precious. Life is pure, and yourself, well, that just doesn't compare to the rest.